Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about first year and direct second year admission process in ERP system for diploma, UG and PG programs. This admission process is divided in 6 various stages. In the first stage, we are going to register a new student into the ERP system. In the second stage, the student will going to fill the admission form and upload all the relevant documents. In the stage 3, the document verification will be done. In the fourth step, we are going to approve the student application. In the fifth step, we are going to generate the fee invoice of the student, and in the last stage, the student will going to pay his or her fees. So these are the stages involved in the admission process. Now we will see how to perform these 6 activities in the ERP system. So when we log into the ERP system, we must switch the role from faculty to admission admin. So to perform all the activities related to the admissions, we must be in the admission administrator role. Okay, so now we are in admission administrator. So as we know that the first stage is the registration of the student. So for that purpose, for registering a new student into the ERP system, we go to the applications menu and then click on the direct admissions. This process is same for the diploma courses, UG courses and all the PG courses. For first year admissions as well as for direct second year admissions, the process remains same on the ERP system. So now step by step we will see how to perform all these admission activities. Okay, when we open the direct admission menu, we are going to select the appropriate program. For example, we want to admit the student to the first year engineering course. So we select first year engineering. Then select the academic batch. The academic batch will be 2020-2021 same one. Click on this radio button, all student list. Now here we can see the 2 students are already registered in the ERP system. So how to register a student into the ERP system? So for that purpose, click on this add student button and fill all these details. So we select admission type, let us say CAP, category of the student, first name, then provide the email ID of the student. This email ID will become the username of that student for login into the ERP system. So this must be a working email ID of the student. If any student is not having the working email ID, then we need to create the email ID first and then type that email address here. Then Aadhaar number, then application ID, phone number of the student, select the branch and then save the information. So as soon as we click on the save button, the student will be added into this list. So here we can see the Pranav Pandit has been added into the list of students. So this is all about the registering a new student into the ERP system. Now the next stage is filling the application form. And for filling the application form, we go to the student login, and then in the student login, this student will going to fill all the details as well as upload all the relevant documents. So for that purpose now, what we will do, we will log in through the student login. So as I told you, this pranav@gmail.com will be the username of this student. So we provide that username here, and the default password is 123456. Whenever first time student login to the system will ask the student to change the password. So for that purpose, student need to provide the current password and the new password. So now the password is updated successfully, and the student will required to re-log in again. So again we type the username and the password. So in the second stage now, the students are going to fill this admission form. So one by one we will fill all the details here. In the first tab, the student will able to read all the guidelines. Then next. Now here in the second tab, students are required to fill all the personal information. Upload the recent photograph. Okay. Then mother name. Date of birth. Place of birth. Age will automatically will be there. Then upload the signature. Okay, gender, mother tongue. Let us say Marathi. Then address, pin code. As soon as we provide the correct pin code, the rest of the information will be automatically fetched by the system. The permanent address is same as the correspondence address, so click this box. Now the status of domicile, Maharashtra for example. Nationality Indian, okay. Caste, Kundi. Subcaste, Kundi. Religion, Hindu. Other known languages, let us say English. Admission quota type, so it will come directly from the previous form, the registration form. Category will also come from the registration form. Physically handicapped, no. Sport quota, not applicable. Whether the defense serviceman, not applicable. Save and next. In the next form, the student will going to fill the parent details. So father, mother, okay. Father's email ID. If father is not having any official email ID, then type the student's email ID here. Mobile number of the father, mobile number of the mother, profession, annual income, address, pin code. Save and next. Then in this form, provide the details of the guardian. Okay. Now next, the details of standard X. Suppose percentage system was there, total marks obtained 550 out of 600. It will automatically calculate the percentage. The marks in English 80 out of 100, 80 out of 100, science 70 out of 100, social studies 60 out of 100, mathematics 90 out of 100. Seat number for the SSC exam, year of passing, board, school name, place, Aurangabad. Okay, so these are the details of standard X. Now the details of HSC. Seat number, stream science, and input the marks. Okay. Now school. Now here in the last step, the students are required to upload all the scanned documents. So we will upload first the SSC mark sheet copy. So click on this upload document and upload it. Then HSC upload. We will upload only the mandatory documents here, as this is a demonstration only. So student must have all the documents in a scan copy as well as his signature and the photograph before he is going for the filling application form or the admission form. And after uploading all the documents, click on this button finish. Okay. So this is the admission form of the student. So student can verify all the details once again, and if student want to edit something, he can simply click on this edit button and he can edit the information. If everything is correct, then just click on this checkbox and confirm it. Okay. So this is the second stage of the admission process where students are required to fill the admission form. Now again we switch to the admission admin login for the third, fourth and fifth step of the admission process. Okay, so we again come back into the admission admin login, and now in the third step, we are going to verify all the documents uploaded by the students one by one. So for verification of the document, we again go to the application menu, applicants, and click on this document verification option. So here again we are going to select the program. So program will be first year engineering, academic year, entrance round. So here select admitted and waiting student. Now we want to verify the documents of Pranav Ramesh Pandit. And to verify the documents one by one, we click on this link, that is verify documents. Now all the uploaded documents will appear here. So one by one we have to open each document and verify this document with the original copy available with the student. So this is the first document and we have to verify this document with the original copy, original hard copy of this document which is available with the student. And at the time of admission, we are accepting this particular document in original from the student, and if you are accepting a photocopy also of this document, then check Xerox here. And if you are accepting only original copy of the document, we are not taking any photocopy, then only select the original. So the first document is verified successfully and we are going to accept only the original copy of this document. And with the same process, we are going to verify all the uploaded documents of the student one by one. Okay, and then click on this button, verify. So verified successfully. And at the last, click on this checkbox to submit the documents after verification. Okay. So documents are submitted successfully and now these documents are verified. So this is the third step of the admission process. Now in the fourth step of the admission process, we are going to approve this student application. And for approving the student application, we again go to the applications, applicants menu now, and then we select this option, application approval. Again here we have to select the program, first year engineering. The process of the admission is same. Again I am telling, the process of the admission is same for all the PG courses, UG courses, diploma courses in the ERP system. Just we have to select the appropriate program. And this process is same for the first year as well as for direct second year. So we select the program, then we select the admission year, then the entrance round and entrance name. So here we select all. Okay, so pending application, Pranav Ramesh Pandit. Okay, so student will appear here. Just we have to go and change the status of approval to the approved. So do you want to change approved status? Okay. So now the student has been approved. So this is the fourth step of the admission process. And now in the next step, we are going to generate invoice of this particular student so that he can pay the fees. For that purpose, for generating the invoice, again we go to the applications, go to the direct admissions, again select the program, select the academic batch, click on this all student list. If you want to get the date wise list of the student, you can click on this radio button and you can simply select the date range. Or if you want to see the list of all the students, click on this radio button, all student list. So the student will appear here in this list. Right now the invoice status is invoice not generated. To generate the invoice of this student, we have to click on this button, invoice. Okay. Now this is the very important step of the admission. We are going to generate the invoice of the student, and it is completely dependent on the category and admission type of the student. So whenever we are selecting the category and admission type here, carefully we are going to input the information, because the fee structure which we are going to map to the newly admitted student is completely dependent on the category of the student and admission type of the student. So carefully we are going to select and we are going to verify the category and admission type. So category of the student is OBC. So it is already there, OBC, so we are not going to change it. The admission type is CAP. Okay. Now there are two types of students. The student who is taking a sponsorship or the scholarship from the government, and the student which belongs to open category. Now if a student is a category student or a student who belongs to EBC, then we select this option, sponsor/welfare. If a student belongs to open category, then we go for the open. Now this student has OBC category, so we are going to receive a sponsorship from the government for this particular student. So that's why we select the type of invoice as sponsored invoice, and we click on the proceed. See, this step is very important step, the generation of the invoice. So here we are not going to commit any mistake. Now here again, the select sponsorship body. So it depends on the category of the student. If the student belong to SC category or VJNT or OBC or SBC, then the sponsorship body will be SWD. If the student belongs to a social tribe, ST category, then the sponsorship body will be social tribal department. If the student belongs to EBC category or EWS category, then we are going to select this particular option. So this OBC category, for OBC category, the sponsorship body will be social welfare department. So we select social welfare department here and click on this tab, invoice generation. So now the invoice is generated. This is the fee structure of this particular student. The 62,772 will be the fees of this particular student. So once the invoice has been generated, now in the last step of the admission process, student will require to pay the fees through his login. So we again now go back to the student login and we will see how student can pay the fees. So we again come back to the student login, and at the end of this admission form we can see different options are available here. So before doing the online payment, the student need to take printout of the admission form and the undertaking documents, and after that click on this radio button, online payment. There is only one option available in the ERP system to accept the payment, and that is in online mode. So student can pay the fees either through the net banking, through the ATM cards, debit card or credit card. So only these options are available. So with the help of these options, student can pay the fees. So before paying the fees, student need to ensure this amount whether it is correct or not, and the name of the institute will appear at the top, Marathwada Institute of Technology. So provide the card number, all the details and make payment. So once the payment has been done, the admission is completed from our side. So thank you for the patience listening of this admission process.